Welcome to Vacuum Wars. This week I've been testing the new Eureka Stylus Premium NEC 380, though in this review I will also be discussing its less expensive, less powerful cousin, the Eureka RapidClean Pro Essential NEC 180, because they are so similar and because the Stylus or Premium is marketed as an upgrade to the Essential. So links in the description to everything I'll mention, and let's get started. In the various pickup tests with the Premium, I thought it did really good with fine debris on both hard floors and carpet. It did pretty good with medium-sized debris on both surfaces as well. On hard floors, it started to snowplow with Cheerios, though it did get a few of them, and it did better with Cheerios on carpet, which is typical, but it still didn't do great there. The extra large or Fruit Loop size debris was definitely the limit, and this is where the foot pedal that comes on the Premium but not on the Essential comes into play, so that you can more easily detach the wand to get larger debris. Overall, I think it did about average for its price range with surface debris pickup. As far as the power, I tested its airflow and suction numbers in all three power settings and on different places on the vacuum, and found that it had pretty high suction and airflow numbers for this price range. Its numbers even compared well with vacuums in the mid-level price range, though not quite as good as the premium cordless vacuums like the Dyson V11. Though I didn't test the power on the Essential version, it does have a significantly smaller motor, and so I would suspect these numbers to be quite a bit lower on it. On the carpet deep clean test, where I embed sand into carpets and weigh the bin before and after the test, it scored a 91, which would be pretty low if we were talking about mid-level or premium cordless vacuums, but it's about average for budget cordless vacuums. The Unsealed suction test, sometimes called the usable suction test, is a bit more about head design than power, and it was interesting because it was one of the lowest scores I've seen so far. That usually means it's not great with heavier debris like sand or cat litter, especially on hard floors. And it did really poorly with cat litter in both its low and medium settings. It needed to be on max power in order to pick up the cat litter effectively, and even then it wasn't that great. Speaking of max power, let's talk about battery life, because there's a lot of confusion in the reviews that I read on this point. Eureka says the Premium gets 45 minutes and the Essential gets 40 minutes of runtime, but I'm assuming that, like many other companies, by that they mean 45 minutes in low power without a motorized attachment. I tested it on medium power with a motorized attachment, which I think is the most balanced setting, and it got a little over 20 minutes of runtime. I also tested it on max power with the cleaner head attached, and it got a little over 11 minutes. Neither of them have a removable battery, so those numbers are more or less fixed. They're not bad numbers though. Even premium vacuums don't have much battery life in their max power mode. The Essential version does have a smaller battery, so these numbers would likely be less for it on all of its settings. One of the specs mentioned a lot in the marketing material is the weight, and while the Essential version is a full pound lighter, the Stylus was pretty light in its own right, about the same as the Dyson V8. I especially like the handle, which allows you to hold it in different ways from the top and from the side. I think it can really cut down on forearm strain if you're vacuuming larger areas because you can hold it from the top, which is a better weight distribution. But yeah, I thought it was a very lightweight and very maneuverable vacuum. They both come with the same attachment set, a 2-in-1 upholstery tool, a crevice tool, and a wall mount. They have the same handle design with a button to toggle between the power settings and a pretty simple battery life indicator. I did read a lot of reviews from people that were frustrated with it not being able to stand up on its own very easily, and while almost all cordless vacuums have that problem to some degree, it was a little more unstable than usual. I also read reviews where people said that the dustbin would sometimes fall off easily. I didn't notice that on the version that I had, and I did try pretty hard to get it to malfunction. One difference is that the Premium comes with a HEPA filter, where the Essential just comes with a standard filter, but since these are both still budget vacuums and so are not sealed systems, to me having a HEPA filter isn't that much of an upgrade in this situation. With the hair tangle test, using both 7 and 14-inch hair, it did average for this price range, which is to say, not very good. But I did appreciate the removable roller, which makes this so much less of an issue. And that kind of sums up how I feel about the Eureka Stylus Premium NEC 380, about average for its price. I do think the vast majority of consumers will be happy with it, as long as they are aware that they won't actually get 45 minutes of runtime, but more like 20 minutes on medium power, I know I didn't test the cheaper one, but I don't think I would like it. It has a 150 watt motor, which is pretty small. The 350 watt motor on the Stylus just barely did the job, so I just don't feel like it would do it. Also, the floor head on the Essential is only for low pile carpet and hard floors, which is a pretty big limitation in many homes. But if you had a small, mostly hard floor or low pile carpet space, the Essential version could be just what you need. Links in the description, and be sure to subscribe to Vacuum Wars before you leave. Thanks for watching.